Dreamcast guy here, and today we're talking about Xbox because of all their current mistakes, from bad Game Pass sales to honestly just how bad Xbox Series X is doing. You can still look at the past and say, oh yeah, Xbox used to be great.
The past is the past.
Xbox used to have crazy epic stuff, going to midnight launch for Halo.
Bro, people don't even do that for Call of Duty because if you pre-order the game online, you get it like, what, 3 to 4 days early? I mean, come on, man. People ain't even doing this for Death Stranding 2, and they more likely ain't going to do it for Ghost of Yotei. Bro, things have changed, bro. That was like, what, 20 years ago? And you people expect things to be the same and how it was back in the days?
And stuff. These are like crazy landmark moments, and it's very obvious that Microsoft is trying to recapture that. They want to go back to old school Xbox, where people weren't just happy to buy the games, but there was like definitely this vibe. Xbox matters. So there's been some rumblings about a Halo remake specifically of Halo 1. And a lot of these remake rumors have sounded a bit odd to me, because honestly, going back to the original, that is a smart move, but do we really?
Yeah, just like everything that's been happening, bro. Why do we keep focusing on leaks, man? Has any of this been confirmed by anybody? Now, mind you, I'm not going to sit there and disagree that these things ain't going on, but just like what y'all said with the Gears of War Reloaded multiplayer, you guys said that wouldn't have online just for it to have online, even on PlayStation 5.
Trust current day Xbox? Like, it's
I mean, you trust them so much that you pick up their games on PS5. I mean, imagine saying a company's dead, but yet you continue to support them by buying their games on PlayStation 5 as if you're doing some form of a boycott. I mean, if you really want Microsoft to be dead, or should I say Xbox is dead, then you wouldn't give Microsoft your money.
Actually consider the fact that the impact of original Halo. Like, I have like gaming textbooks because I'm that kind of nerd, and if you go to the page of Xbox and it's important, what's the first picture literally? Oh yeah, it's Halo. So going back and remaking the first game, that's not a bad plan. Apparently though, they're trying to do it as cheap as possible.
Oh really?
No multiplayer.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny because unless you're talking about online multiplayer, I mean, this has been happening for quite some time. I mean, Halo 5 didn't have split screen. I thought that was rather ridiculous. Now, it's funny that you brought up no online because I go as far to say that what happened with Last of Us Remake? Why didn't that have online? I mean, the PS3, the PS4 version did, but for some reason, the PS5 version doesn't? Where you making videos saying that Sony completely destroyed the remake? Oh no, you bought it for $60 to $70, right? And you want people to say that, oh, this is lazy because Microsoft didn't include multiplayer. Well, you might want to wait for Master Chief Collection, buddy, because in that game it does.
Very bare bones remake of the game itself.
And we don't even know that. We haven't even seen gameplay, and you coming up with all these things. We don't even know if it's even going to have the multiplayer. And then you people are going to be like, oh, wow, it does. And then you're going to look stupid in these videos.
$80 price tag. But
well, $80 for you. It ain't $80 for us because we could just play it through Game Pass Ultimate.
That's not. I want to get into all the Halo leaks because this seems like it's going to...
Keyword, leaks.
...be yet another Xbox train wreck. I hope you're having a great day. And if you could, please, keep to go through all of it. Breaks down a lot about how bad Halo is doing, how much...
Bro, y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of trust me bros. Just trust me, bro. That's where you're getting your sources from, man. Unlike you, I got the real legitimate sources. And even if you do, things can change depending on as to what's really going on with the company. Now, mind you, if this remake does come out, who knows? I don't know if it won't have multiplayer. But I mean, the original did, but it was mostly split screen. Maybe that could be a reason for it, but still not a very justifiable one. But I do know it has multiplayer on the Master Chief Collection, right? So now, mind if they're just doing this as a campaign-only experience, will you PlayStation fanboys pay $80 for? Well, we know you will because you want to give it to good old Microsoft, letting everybody at that company know that we buy games, unlike those other customers on Game Pass Ultimate.
Infinite is definitely being abandoned, and how it sounds like Xbox is kind of scrambling to try to make Master Chief relevant again. It sounds like they're making two separate games right now. Halo, that's going to be a launch game for the Xbox next gen.
But then you hold on. What? But then you just went as far to say that they're not working on anything, and then okay,
which obviously isn't going to be out for years. And it sounds like this remake, which is definitely trying to be under budget and in a lot of ways very, very lazy.
PlayStation fanboys talking about games being under budget while buying cross-generation games like Forbidden West and God of War Ragnarok. They want to talk about under budget, but yet games like Last of Us Remake didn't even have online multiplayer. You want to talk about under budget, but Until Dawn Remake ran at 30 FPS on the PlayStation 5. What are you talking about, bro? See, this is why nobody takes you guys seriously. It's because you guys run with these rumors. Now take it for what it is. Now, mind, if it doesn't have multiplayer, then it doesn't. But to think that I have to pay $80 for it, who do you think is really hurting right now? Not me. I can play it through Game Pass if that's the case. But for you, oh, that really hurts you, ponies. That really does hurt because you know you can't resist seeing that man with that helmet. You know, look at the visor. You got the little rain drips dripping right down the visor. That's the teardrops dripping off from their forehead because they sweating because they know Microsoft's about to take over. That's all it is, man. I guarantee y'all buy this more than Ghost of Yote.
Halo Combat Evolved Remake will only feature a campaign mode. New details about the Halo Combat Evolved Remake have come from Revs Gaming. In the video, he also shares updates about Project Eaker, which is like a multiplayer game we're going to talk about, Halo 7, and addresses some rumors surrounding Halo Infinite. Now, I want to go through all of this because they have talked publicly about how they're trying to shift what Halo is. And one of the big things is that they're trying to Combat Evolved Remake will feature only in campaign and may potentially be released on PlayStation as well. This to me is still a shock. I still just...
How is it a shock? Microsoft put Gears of War Reloaded, they put Hi-Fi Rush, they put Sea of Thieves, they put Grounded, they put Doom Dark Ages. How are you guys shocked? Now I definitely could use that in my time. Shocked! What is there to be shocked about? We knew this already, right? And the one thing that's even going to be more shocking than this information is that more PlayStation games will drop on Xbox. I know! How could Sony do that? Bruh, this is the reality of gaming. But see, for me looking at it from this perspective, I think it's cool. I mean, it is what it is. It's a remake of a game from 2001. I mean, at this point, Microsoft is just cash grabbing at this point. I mean, they're doing a Nintendo. Because, I mean, yeah, they're going to give it free to the Game Pass Ultimate members, but still. You know what I mean? Should this really exist? You got Master Chief Collection. This is just Microsoft finding any way to essentially rip off the PlayStation community. Because there's no way that this game should be $80. And if it is, well, we know why that's the case. Pay up, pony.
It's amazing to me to watch everything going from Xbox to PlayStation, but I always feel like there has to be a line somewhere. You know, it's wild to see Gears of War Remake coming to PlayStation and Forza and stuff, but I always
It's also weird to see Helldivers 2 dropping on Xbox, but yet you don't even talk about it.
Feel like there has to be some line.
No, there's no line. PlayStation's going to be doing the same thing, bro. What do you people don't understand, man? The days of exclusivity is over. You guys are still holding on to this concept because of how it was back in the 80s and 90s. Things was different. Like, you dinosaurs need to go extinct.
The back of my brain, in my lizard brain somewhere, it still feels like Halo would have been the line. They would be like, no, Halo will always be on Xbox and PC, and maybe the Nintendo Switch too, but not PlayStation. And it turns out this remake is apparently in development, possibly for the PlayStation 5 as well.
And you're going to buy it.
In terms of multiplayer, Revs Gaming has reported that 343 Industries, good data miners like this guy, Grunt API, you can see when they're really, really messing with stuff. When we had the...
See, just because they know these things going on doesn't mean they necessarily know the decisions. The only thing that I know is that it probably will potentially drop on PS5, right? Maybe it might have or might not have multiplayer. That's speculation. We could go off that. But this whole thing of you guys saying that it's not going to have multiplayer just for you to be wrong like y'all did Gears of War Reloaded. And if it doesn't, who do you think is going to pay up for it? You ponies. It's going to drop on Game Pass, day and date, day one, and you guys are going to eat it up. You know that's exactly what they're gonna do. Because PlayStation fanboys are too busy being on Twitter and trusting trust me bros over the internet than trusting their own intuition. Like, it's ridiculous. You guys go as far to say, I trust this, I trust that. But what about you? And let me tell you something. I don't expect people to trust me. All I'm telling you fools is that gaming is third party. You can take it for what it is. All this cap and all these excuses. Well, it's not the same. It's not this. Bro, it is. Keep saying it to yourself that it ain't. You know what I'm saying? They going as far to say that Sony never owned Helldivers 2. Like, I mean, what are we moving the narratives now at this point? Remember when games going on PC was not an exclusive, then they changed it to console exclusive, now it's still exclusive. Bro, an exclusive is a game that's only available on one platform. The end. I don't even care if it's on Nintendo or PlayStation 4. I don't care. I don't even care if Sony makes it. Then it goes as far to say it's a PlayStation exclusive. It's a Nintendo exclusive. If you can play the game on another platform besides the one that they're selling it to you, then it's not an exclusive. Like, for example, Donkey Kong Bonanza is an exclusive because it's not on the Switch 1. But Pokemon Legends isn't. Metroid Prime 4 isn't. It's a cross-generation game. But it's a Nintendo. All right. It's stupid, bro. Like, if you really think about an exclusive is a game available only on the one platform that they made it on. And you people know this.
Gears of War remake years ago. People won't remember this now, but when the Gears of War remake was first about to come out, it actually got leaked because same sort of thing. People saw them updating the server access, and somebody found a developer testing it. They had accidentally auto-uploaded gameplay of it, so we actually had a chance to see it before it was officially revealed. And the next thing that they're probably getting word from Satya Nadella, from Phil Spencer, saying, go back to a Halo. Just put a giant ring, put Master Chief on it, have him shoot a bunch of grunts,
and give it to PlayStation 5. And we know that you're going to pay $80 for this. And that's what's crazy about it. You guys want to sit there and talk about... Now, mind you, I don't agree with what Microsoft's doing because I really don't think this is beneficial to anybody. I mean, maybe PlayStation fans, right? If you haven't played Halo. But really, bro, this is milking money. At this point, Microsoft is just saying, you fools want to be fanboys? Okay, we're going to milk you for everything you got. That is crazy. Honestly, I'm not excited about this. I think it's stupid. I already have access to Halo Combat Evolved. Now they want to read that. Matter of fact, didn't they do that already for 360? Now you're going to do it again? Bro, come on now. Come on now. I'm not giving Microsoft credit for this because I honestly think the idea is stupid. But yet, when you're in business and you know ponies are very prideful, well, why not? I mean, if I was in Microsoft's position, I'd take a 20-year-old game, reskin it, put no multiplayer is what they're saying, and sell it to them for $80. They're stupid enough in buying it.
Elites, elbow drop some brutes, call it dead. Don't do anything crazy, complicated, no AI, no Forerunner, just crazy, good, old school Halo. Bring that back, and we'll tie it in with the remake we're trying to do at the same time, right? A continuation of the original Halo trilogy. That's probably what this is going to be, but even I know how to get there. There has been discussions about the fact that the Halo franchise, I don't think anybody's going to buy it. Maybe if you put it at like $30, maybe if you put it on PlayStation, but at this point, I do feel like as bad as it is, Halo's relevancy is just so expired, and it still feels...
Yeah, because I thought that about Gears of War Reloaded until I seen it was #1 pre-ordered on the PlayStation Store. I thought the same thing, too. I thought people didn't care about Gears of War, but apparently PlayStation fanboys, I said that Xbox has no games, too.
Weird to think about that. But these have just been some off-the-cuff thoughts. How do you feel about Halo in 2025? Halo Infinite is on PlayStation now. I think they're going to move the multiplayer over, but maybe not the single player. But I have to say,
they got to get you guys caught up.
I grew up, especially with the original Halo. The original Halo was still my favorite Halo of all time by a metric margin. I still think that this revival, this reboot, this remake, if it doesn't have multiplayer, if it doesn't have any of the cool online modes, if it doesn't have anything to make it actually feel, I don't know, like a full-priced game, I don't think anybody's going to buy it. Maybe
just like with the Last of Us remake, right? How they cut down on features and everything and didn't give you the multiplayer, like how Naughty Dog should have. You know what I'm saying? It's so funny that you guys go as far to say that. Now, mind you, I'm all for what people are saying, and that could be, definitely people where they can agree at. But But I just find it funny that the games that you keep bashing Microsoft for being lazy and cash grabs and this are the same games that could be said about on PlayStation, though. You feel what I'm saying? Now, me, my whole stance to this is that, I mean, it's Game Pass, so if I want to play it, I can. I'm not really hurt in any sort of way, but, I mean, if you're buying it on PlayStation for $80, you're just stupid. I'm sorry, you're just dumb. And we know you're going to buy it because you know you just love a man in that visor. And look at Cortana, she looking pretty already. Look at that. You got PlayStation dudes putting their hand through the hologram like they can touch it. That's what they want because they ain't never seen a woman. Look at that. They looking down at her like, oh, you know, I ain't never seen a woman before. Look at that. You know, you guys have been sniffing too much of that cocaine because y'all been coping so much that it's like running through your blood and veins. Grow up. Call to exclusivity is over. Nobody cares. You can keep talking about how Xbox is dead, but at the end of the day, Xbox is the reason why you still have your YouTube channel. Take care. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. Like I said, bro, you know, these are rumors. Nobody really knows. It probably does exist. They're probably working on it. But I will say one thing. This is most definitely a cash grab. It really is. It really is. Now, Xbox gamers, they're going to cope and say, oh, well, it's on Game Pass. Yeah, I mean, it is true. You know, we don't really have to buy it, but still. You know what I mean? All I'm happy is that they got a new Halo game coming out. Too bad we can't hear the same for Last of Us. Take care.